Sure guys, welcome to today's video. I hope you guys are having a great weekend and staying safe. So in today's video, we'll be making a different approach to producing. So it'll be an Afro house song that we're trying to produce. But then instead of starting off with our drum kit, we will start off with the main driver of our song, which is the melody and strings. So I'm just gonna name this melody and strings technique. It's just what I'm gonna call it. It's a different approach. It can be very intimidating, challenging, but then let's just go ahead with it. As challenging as it might be, I'll give you guidelines that will make producing a lot much simpler if you follow out what I'm gonna be sharing throughout this video. So please make sure to watch through the end. Likewise, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, comment, let me know what you guys think about the video, and please do click on those ads, watch those ads, click on them and just support the channel. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is take our BPM to 122, a preferable BPM number for Afro house songs. Then take your swing to maybe 35%. Any value below 50% is safe and fine for me, and I explain why your swing should be below 50% on the video that pops up on the display. You can just click the card that pops up to learn more about swing, what it does, and why you should set it preferably below 50%. So for this video, let's just take it to 35% in order to make our beat groovy. And then I'm not gonna start off with the drum kit, but then these are the packs I'll be using for this tutorial. And if you want any of these packs, just go purchase them on my store. Help sponsor the channel and help it grow. So in this video, we're gonna start off by building a melody, but then we need to decide obviously the key that you want to play in. And in order to get guidance from FL Studio to stick in that same key, what I will do, and which is what I also explained in one of my tutorial videos, is highlight a minor ninth chord with the key that I choose to play in. This is a random, I just chose A, so you can still choose any other root note, provided you follow the same sort of scale that you chose. So I'm gonna have to transpose this an octave downwards, so I have to paste it in on all A root notes. So the next one I'm gonna go to is A4 and then A3. Let's take it to A3, then A2. A2 is fine. Now let's take it to A8, then A9. I think that's fine for now. Okay, that's actually too long. I'm just gonna shorten it to, let's say 4 bars will do. So now we've decided which key we're gonna play in. So now I'm just gonna load in the plugin that I will use to create my melodies. I will take Nexus. This is a favorite plugin for me when it comes to melodies. Just gonna lower down the volume and then reduce the cutoff and also increase the release, the reverb and the delay. Okay, that's fine for me. So yeah, now we're gonna plug in our notes for our melody. I'm just gonna cut that. That's too high. So let's create a nice melody. So creating a melody can be very tedious, but once you get a nice tune and you build a nice melody, the rest going on building a track would be a bit easier. Okay, I'm too high, so I'm just going to transpose it an octave downwards. Okay, I'll just duplicate this. Actually, let me just duplicate what I have here, like that. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this as well. Just to give it that variation in it. Okay. It's also a bit difficult to build a melody with no drum kit, but it's a trick that I would love to use, because I know that if I get this part right, going on would be a bit simpler. Okay, I think we have a nice melody now. As you can see, all of these notes that I pasted here fall under my ghost notes. They are highlighted in gray. So these highlights are coming from what I did on my sampler, as you can see here. So this is just to help me so that I remain in key, so that nothing I paste on my melody piano roll is off key. But then there are exceptions there and there. Sometimes you paste in a note and it's not under the ghost notes as highlighted by FL Studio, but then you can use your ear to judge if you can deviate from that. As you can see, this note, I had to take it from the highlighted one to this one, which is also fine. So that's the melody. Now we can move on to paste in our strings. I'm just gonna copy and paste that there. So our strings are gonna be very long. This is what's gonna be giving our song a lot of variation. So pattern 2 would be our strings. Let's select purity. I'll just select any string. So you can choose any string of your choice. Strings, let's see how that sounds. Okay, I'll just choose this one and then take my volume down. So now we can build our strings, and it's gonna be a bit easy because we're gonna be getting help from our ghost notes. Let me just chop that off, make it short. It's easy to work with. So what we're gonna be doing now is to build chords, and then we're gonna have a nice chord progression to give the song nice variation as it's playing through to its climax. So I'm just gonna randomly build chords. So chords are made up by I don't know if it's two or more notes. So I will just have to paste all these notes on top of my highlighted notes. So I'm just gonna start off with A. It's arbitrary, so you guys can also choose any note you wanna start off with as a root note. So my first one will be A, and then I'm gonna choose the next one, let's say C5. So that's in key. Now I'm gonna go for another one. I don't like that one. That sounds fine. So now I can progress to my next chord, but then because I want variation, so I can change the order of this one. Okay, as you heard, this one sounds a bit empty because it only has two notes. So I have to make the third one. Let's choose G5 for now. Okay, I like the sound of it, but then that's not really what I'm looking for. Sometimes I told you you have to go out of your ghost notes if it does not sound right. Okay, that's fine. That sounds off, so maybe let me take this one down. Okay, let me take that one down as well. Okay, now I have to make a variation again. Let me take this one there. So now what we can do, let me try play this along with my melody. So let me switch to song mode. Okay, that sounds fine. So now what we can do is we can create automation clips for the cutoff of our melody. So let's try see how we can play around with this knob. Go to tools, then go to last tweak, then create automation clip. So I'll just have to play around with this knob, and this is where I can erase it. Okay, just trying to play around with this knob. There we go. Okay, now we can load in our drum kit and see where our track is going. Before that, let me give it this other Afro sound that I love. I think it's from the Hammer plugin. Let's just decrease the volume because these sounds are usually loud. It's this one. There's the sound. Send it to mixer, reduce the volume. Just chop that off. Okay, now I'm gonna add my drum kit. Let me just paste that all over my playlist. As I told you, these are the packs I'll be using. You can also go to my store and browse through the packs that I have and purchase one of these. This is a kick, a simple 6-step kick, but I'm gonna layer it with the Volt clean kick, finish 4 steps again. Then yeah, this one is gonna overpower that one, so I'm gonna make it a bit louder, take it to my mixer, and then also I will load Maximus to give it that punch. I have a preset of mine. I'm gonna use that. Next, we're gonna go have our percussions, but then we're gonna use the mesh shakers. Okay, so what I'll do next is add my loops. I have these 2 loops that I like using for my Afro songs. And then this one, because it's usually off our song BPM, I'm just gonna play around with the time until it's on. I'm gonna reduce the volume for this, and then also reduce the volume for that. So what we can add now to complete our song is to give it that bass line, that interesting bass line to just wrap up everything. I'm gonna use GMS, and the plugin that I use the most for most of my Afro songs is the analog bass, and then I also use it together with the aggressive TE. So this is how I use them together. Go to this one, select a nice root note. Okay, that's too low, so I'll transpose it an octave upward. I'll just chop this off. Okay, let me take it to a separate pattern. Let me take it to a separate pattern and then just copy this sampler to pattern 5 so that I don't get off key whilst trying to build this bass line. All right. Now I can build my bass line. Okay, that was too soon. Maybe I can put it there. So what I'll do is duplicate this. Let me replay that. So I'm gonna layer this with my aggressive TE. Let me just play around with the cutoff frequency because it's too high. It's too high, so I'll copy this and then paste it down here. So we can make our melody stand out a bit by inserting another preset from GMS for leads. Okay, I can play again with this release. Last week, create automation clip. So that's our track. Maybe I can just mute all elements and then try to replay the song element by element, and you guys can get ideas as well on how to rearrange the song by doing so. So this is the drum kit. So as you're arranging the song, you can start off with the drum kit. That's how it is. And then what you can put on next is maybe the chord progression from the strings. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed and learned a lot from today's video. If you want to get hold of the FLP file, the project file, you can go download it. Go purchase it from my store. I have I posted a link down on the description and also on the comments for you to go purchase it from my store. I also have other beats there, so you can just browse the products there. Yeah.